asshole for siding with my 15-year-old daughter when she enforced the no red dress code with my aunt for her sweet 16? No, not at all. It's more like, are we the assholes? We've been working on my daughter 15 females sweet 16 party for almost a year. My daughter picked the theme of Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a semi-formal, formal event. She's been lax on letting her aunts, grandma, and cousins pick out almost everything, except for the colors and the clothing assignments for the sweet 16 court. She chose basic colors of black, white, and purples for her main colors. The guests would pick a character and use it as an inspiration for their formal wear. The birthday girl is going to be inspired by Jack as Santa, wearing red. Her only parameters for her sweet 16 was that she and her boyfriend be the only ones to wear red because she wanted to be Jack when he turned into Santa Claus. She told all her family and friends and made it very clear, no red. No, you're not the asshole. Like, you weren't the asshole before, but no, she told everybody beforehand. This has been in the makings for a year now. She told everybody beforehand, you can wear whatever the fuck you want as long as it's inspired by one of the characters from the movie. But red is a no-go. Anybody coming up with any type of outfit or any argument now is the asshole in this situation. You guys have known for a very long time. Why would you choose to buy any shade of red? No, you're not the asshole. Now here's the part where I need to know if we're the asshole. The party is 6 days away. No, you're not. No. 6 days? No, you're not. The party is 6 days away. I ran into my aunt and she was very excited to show me a picture of her outfit. The shoes were beautiful, but they worried me a little because they had some red on them. I brushed it off because who looks at shoes anyway? Then she showed me a beautiful bright red dress. I was shocked, and it showed because her smile fell. She then looked at my mom and said, "It isn't red, it's burgundy. You told me I could wear it because it isn't red." Even though it's burgundy, why would you buy burgundy when you know red is completely off the table and it's a possibility that the birthday girl may decide that that is in fact too close to the color that she's going to be wearing? Out of all the fucking colors on the color wheel, you chose burgundy. The closest you could get to fucking red without it being red. No, you're not the asshole. Like, are you fucking kidding me? No. My mom agreed that it was much darker in person. I was trying to fix my face and not panic. I told myself it would be okay and then that I would talk to my daughter about it. Skip to a few hours later. I did talk to my daughter and I was able to show her a picture of the dress. My daughter asked if my aunt could please wear a different color dress. My aunt said no because she ordered that dress for her party. Then we will miss you. We would love for you to have been here to celebrate with us, but unfortunately, the dress code is strictly no red. You went as close as you could and it's still too close to me. So unfortunately, you're not going to be welcome here unless you're willing to find something else to wear. That's it and that's all. My daughter told her it was the only rule that she had, and if she wasn't willing to follow it, she would miss having her there. But if she was willing to change colors, we would love to have her. You go ahead then, baby. She's 15, but she understands how important boundaries are and she is not afraid to enforce them. You go on then, baby. I love it. I backed my daughter up, but my mom and sisters are upset with me because my aunt doesn't have a lot of money and she can't buy another dress, or she won't come if she can't wear that dress. Well, unfortunately, then it looks like she's going to be spending the evening at home. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. My daughter very clearly stated to them that she told my aunt and everyone else not to wear red, and burgundy is a shade of red. She should have taken that into consideration when she ordered her dress. She is sorry, but she's not changing her mind. Not about this one thing. She gave in to all the other things they wanted. Am I the asshole for siding with my daughter when she stuck to the no red dress code for guests? Also, for not giving in when they tried to guilt us about it. No, baby, you're not the asshole. You guys had one fucking rule. One rule, and there's always got to be at least one goddamn relative that refuses to follow the rules, even if it's just one and it's fucking simple. Don't wear red. You shouldn't have to tell them you can't wear any variation of red. Anything from light pink to fucking burgundy. You can't wear red at all. You shouldn't have to say that. You said no fucking red. Out of all the colors on the wheel, you had to get as close to red as you fucking could. And now you're upset that I'm not giving you a pardon. I've decided that you're not as special as you think you are so that you can wear what the fuck you want. Now, this has been in the works for a year. An entire fucking year. No one else has had this issue. No one else had a problem finding something that was not red or any variation of it but your aunt. Now, hell no. My question is, not even a fucking question. My thing is, if you had to ask somebody, you knew it was too fucking close. She went to her sister, you told me that this was okay because it's not red. If you had to ask someone about it, you knew it was too fucking close to the color you should have been wearing. Nah, you're not the asshole. Update. There's a lot of people here saying that it's just a birthday party. However, to my daughter, it's not. Because it's not. This is a milestone. This is a once in a lifetime event. You only turn 16 years old one time. She's given up everything else that she wants for her family. Everybody else has got to make the decisions except for the colors. This is the one thing that she's not willing to budge over. This is not just a birthday party. This is so much more than that. My mother started the tradition of giving her granddaughters a Sweet 16 extravagant party when her first one was born 23 years ago. She's given upwards of 5 to 7 so far, and it's finally my daughter's turn. It is a rite of passage at this point in our family. My daughter will have the court, the shoes, the dances, the tiara. Normally, they get to plan every single thing with my mom, the aunts, and the other female cousins. So this is not just a birthday party. It's a once-in-a-lifetime memorable moment in her life that she'll never be able to replace. My mother, 2 sisters, and 2 nieces are helping us plan the party. When trying to make decisions, my daughter just gave in to all their choices instead of making a fuss over things. She's not big and over the top, but this type of party traditionally is. They wanted her to wear 2 dresses, one a big poofy ball gown and the other a slimmer one. She only wanted a slim one, but ended up giving in to make my mom and sister happy. She also didn't want any alcohol at the party, period. But my sister begged and begged until she gave in and said not until after 10, and then they negotiated 9. This incurred an extra security cost. We don't drink often, and we don't have alcohol around our kids normally. But she felt that if she didn't give in, parts of my family wouldn't come. And that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. This is supposed to be her party, but she's planning it based on wanting her family to come because she knows that they're not going to show up. She's seen it happen at other events. That fucking sucks. Your family fucking sucks. She also gave in to the explicit songs being played, but she made that at a certain time frame as well. She gave in to it being formal/semi-formal. She let them have free reign over cake flavors, food, decorations, everything except the colors. The one thing she got to keep was colors. One thing you need to know about my daughter is she's very level-headed, laid back, and really chilled. She's very mature and logical. She's also very respectful, and she doesn't talk back to adults. However, we've raised her to understand that she deserves respect also. When we talked to my mom via text message tonight, we were very much trying to have her wear anything else other than the red burgundy dress. But she said she would just not come if she couldn't wear that dress. We would love for her to be there. However, I will not compromise my daughter's boundaries for anyone, period. I don't find that unreasonable. Normally, my mom will loan dresses out to my aunt or help her buy them, but this time said no. You're still not the asshole, but your mom and your aunt are doing this on purpose. Very much so. They're very much doing this on purpose, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You will not convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. The aunt bought the one fucking dress as close to red as she could possibly get, knowing that red was completely off the fucking table. The mom, grandma, the one who was throwing the fucking party, normally under any other circumstances would have either helped her sister buy a dress or loaned her one of hers, but this time decided, no, I'm not going to do that. You can't fucking tell me they're not doing this on purpose. The most fucked up part about this entire situation is the fact that this party is supposed to be about OP's daughter. It's supposed to be strictly what she wants. This is supposed to be the Sweet 16 of her dreams, but it's not. Nothing about this party, the food, the music, nothing about this party is for her other than the colors and the outfits that she chose. That's fucked up.
Am I the asshole for laughing at my sister after she got lost at sea while being a total dumbass on a jet ski? I'm trying to type this up in a way that is neutral, and I don't sound like the meanest younger sister ever. I do think it's more nuanced than that. We were on the beach this morning, and my cousin and his wife brought their jet skis. My sister rode one for a few minutes and then declared herself an expert. My cousin said that we could have fun, but his cardinal rule was don't go past about 200 yards from the beach unless you were with a person on the other jet ski. On my sister's next turn, she basically set a path perpendicular to the beach and went as fast as she could straight out into the ocean. My cousin had the other one on the beach, filling it with gas. He screamed after my sister, but she just kept racing out into the ocean. By the time my cousin got in the water, he had trouble starting the second jet ski, and my sister was just a tiny speck way, way out in the water. He never did get the second jet ski started. We could still see her, but it looked like she was stranded. My mom freaked out and called 911, and after an hour or so, we saw a Coast Guard boat heading towards her. Maybe 20 minutes later, they pulled up to the beach with my sister in a blanket, sobbing that she was the most afraid she's ever been because she was, quote, lost at sea. My mom took her into our VRBO and I guess made her soup and tea and listened to her blubber all afternoon. When she finally came out of her room, she wanted to hold court about her traumatic experience. And when she said the words, quote, a navigation error caused me to lose sight of land, I literally laughed as hard as I ever have in my life. It wasn't a navigation error. It was being a dumbass. She basically screamed, fuck you, Lindsay. I almost died. And I laughed even harder. She slammed her pumpkin spice latte on the table and slammed the door to her room. My mom says I owe her an apology and I wasn't taking her trauma seriously. Am I the asshole?
This is a person who is so afraid to admit they're wrong that they are delusional. Just admit you messed up.
Yeah.
I think it's totally fine to say, I am so sorry I didn't listen to the rules. Y'all had to call 911. The Coast Guard came out and I was terrified for my life. Both of those things can be true. But to deny responsibility and to just make it entirely about yourself, I think that's crazy.